back pump with Chris Schaub. This is going to be a good one. Here we are, Elite Friday nights. Now, if you watched this video on Monday, you saw him and I absolutely hammer back, abs, hamstrings, and glutes. That was a heavy day. It was tons of volume. Now, today we're back on Friday and we're doing his back pump session. So the goal here is move at a fast pace, be in and out of the gym in under an hour, and just flush as much blood into his upper back as possible. So that's also what I need. So this works perfectly and aligns with my split and his. I train my second back day on Friday, just like he does, and we both have arms on Saturday. So this alignment works flawlessly. So what we're doing here is, again, put as much blood in the upper back, stay off of our low back, treat it with very precise work here. We don't want to do a lot of spinal loaded stuff. We're going to do one spinal loading exercise with the 1 arm barbell row, but that's it. First in rotation here is a superset of, we're doing Vulcan straight arm pull downs, supersetted with a cable row. So if you watch here on the Vulcan strap, we're just leaning back into this, weight on our toes, thinking about squeezing our back, opening it up, getting everything activated and turned on. We're doing 15 reps there. On the last set, what we actually did was we lowered the weight, so we went from 120 to 80, took our hands from the bottom handle up to the top handle, still a little bit more tall, and then squeezed our back, and then added 5 partials to that. So a ton of reps to start this off. Right over to this bench supported low row. So I stole this from John. He put it in one of his programs many years ago, and I freaking love it. He's got a video of Terrence Ruffin and him doing this, and you can just watch their backs just blow up. So this is a great exercise to really connect with your lats. So if you're struggling with feeling your back working, it's a great exercise. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, one of my favorites for lower lats.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just locked in, you can drill that muscle. I think we had 90 pounds on there for a set of 10 for the last one. And we had 4 warm-up rounds and then that 1 working round. So 5 total sets there for each of those to get our back good and warmed up before we got into our second rotation. Rotation number 2, I'm using this prime handle of mine, a supinated or semi-supinated. And what we're thinking about doing is slight tilt back and then just drive our elbow right down on our rib cage. Again, staying on that lower lat with this first exercise, trying to get that sweep off of our rib cage. So when we hit a front double, a front lat spread, a front relaxed, that meat just hangs, and that's what we want. So we did a set of 15, set of 12, set of 10. immediately over to these dumbbell pullovers, where our main goal here is to open and stretch everything out with our back and loosen our shoulders up. So what do you think about that second rotation?
Loved it. And you showed me a new technique on doing the overheads that I never knew before. So that really helped me open my back up more.
All right, so what he's talking about on his first warm-up set with the 50, he didn't have a big arch in his chest. I need your chest to be here. So what I did was I just wrapped my arms around his lats and lifted his chest and his rib cage. And that raised that arch, and then when he came back, you could get all that meat that's dangling right there, right? And contract and squeeze through. When I stretch and take my hand over my head, I want to think about raising that sternum, lifting that rib cage, and stretching it all out so we pull over. So we did 3 rounds here, 50, 60, and 70, so for 12, 10, and 8, and that was rotation number 2. Money mass builder of the day here. We did 1-arm barbell rows with chains. So I told him, like, we just need 2 sets here, top set and a back off. We weren't going crazy heavy as I wanted to keep the reps higher since we already did a heavy row with a dumbbell row early in the week. So we did 3/4 and 1 chain, and we just went to failure. I think what I got 16.5, yep, and you matched that. And then we dropped down, took the chain off, 1/4 off, so down to that, and we did dead stop where he beat me. He got all 20, which was incredible. So again, with this back off here, what I'm thinking about here is I really want him to open up that back, get a full stretch, dead stop it, and then drive up, squeeze explosively, and get a really good, powerful contraction on that lat. I love this exercise because it's individual. So each side is working independently, and then we really have to work to stabilize our torso. Did you like that rotation?
Love it. Excellent one.
I mean, it's just a moneymaker. John taught that to me in 2010, and I love the chain addition. We had a special handle in there. If you don't have that handle him and I are using, like literally just grab the bar up by the collar. It's not a big deal. Don't lose your mind and say, oh, I can't do that, or I don't have chains. It's not a big deal. Just put an extra 1/4 on there. Last thing here for back. Now, I know this doesn't look like a ton of work, but I was smoked.
Oh, yeah.
So Cybex row, again, if you don't have this piece, I just want something that's chest supported and neutral grip. If you don't have anything that's chest supported, do seated cable rows. And all we did was a triple drop set where I'm thinking about really opening my back, so taking my shoulders and wrapping them around that chest pad, and then I'm thinking about driving my elbows back and squeezing and shortening everything to that mid back. So I want to work that entire back thickness with this. We just did 1 set. That's it. Triple drop, 150, 125, 100, and then we were done for the day. That was it for back, and then we went on to shoulders, which you guys will see next week. all in all, Chris, how's your back feel right now after we did that?
Oh, it's pumped and tight. I'm ready to show him when we pose here. So
Yeah. So at the end of the day, guys, these pump sessions, it's fast paced, it's quick. Even though we didn't do anything stupid heavy today, the goal wasn't moving a ton of weight. Like nothing's record breaking, but we moved at a quick pace. We were both pouring sweat. We were both out of breath and got a huge pump. And nothing, guess what? Nothing feels beat up. Shoulders feel good, elbows feel good, low back feels good. And that's the key of these pump workouts. Still train hard, but train smart. Use our brain and really get a ton of pump and blood into that. As always, man,
pleasure,
I appreciate
always.
it. Yeah, hell yeah.
Thank you.
Like, it's my job when John's old clients come in to give them an experience. And now that he's working with me full time for training and contest prep and off season, like I take this with pride when he comes in, because I want to be in the trenches with him, showing him, leading him by example. I go first in all this shit. Like I show him the way, and then his job is to beat it and embarrass me, right? Because at the end of the day, like our job, what we're chasing right now, and I know he'll never say this out loud, but I'm gonna get him that fucking pro card that Matt and John got. We're working there. We're so damn close to so many years ago, and I get kind of choked up talking about it, right? Because those two men meant something to us.
Yeah. If you never worked with them, you wouldn't know.
Both of those dudes, right? Like I work with Matt, he worked with Matt. He worked with John, I work with John. And to me, I'm finishing that job with him. And when that moment happens, it's going to be really sweet. And it's going to mean a lot. So until next time, like, share, subscribe. Christmas TV.